So what are your thoughts on immigration and how does it affect you?
Well, my stepmom is actually from Argentina, so an immediate member of my family is an immigrant. And then, well, I think there should be a bit more immigration and emigration, like to and from the country, than there is now.
And if an illegal immigrant is being mistreated, is it our responsibility to take care of them regardless of their legal status?
Yeah, if anybody's being mistreated, it's just a human issue to help them, in my opinion.
Despite the fact that they're illegal and have not exactly the same rights as a citizen or a legal immigrant?
Yeah, it's just if somebody's being mistreated, our responsibility as people to help them.
All right, and which side of the argument are you on? And depending on which argument you stand for, how would you solve the issue?
Well, I think we should just like simplify the process of getting over, because like most of the time somebody becomes an illegal immigrant, it's not because that they crossed illegally romantically, it's because they just stayed too long and forgot to renew their visa. So I think we should just make the process a lot simpler.
What about those that are legal immigrants? What process would you propose for those that make it equal for those trying to get in the right way?
So could you explain a bit more?
Like for those who are already legal, already in the country, what would you propose to make it so that it's a fair system against those who have tried to come in legally?
I mean, I guess we could detain them and just make them do the process there, or if they're really jittery, and make sure they don't have any crimes. If they do, just send them back.
So set up a process in the country so they don't just get rid of it and they have to come back the other way?
Yeah, pretty much.
So what are your thoughts on immigration and how does it affect you personally?
I think we should allow them to and make the process easier. And personally, my best friend's parents are actually illegal immigrants for most of her life, so they kind of can't do anything about it now.
All right, and if an illegal immigrant is being mistreated, is it our responsibility to take care of them regardless of their legal status?
Yes.
Even though they might be placing a strain on us that we cannot provide them for?
Yeah, because they're people too. They're in the country. They can't just not have access to anything.
All right, and depending on which side of the argument you're on, how would you propose solving the situation?
Making the process simpler for them to be able to get their green cards and their visas and all that fun stuff.
All right. Thank you. Immigration to me is one of the most important aspects of the American culture. It has provided the basis for our early roots in this part of the world and is the reason we have such a reputation for such a diverse culture compared to the rest of the world. I myself am a result of such immigration, as my grandmother was born in Germany and moved over here with her husband. Speaking of this, I do believe it is our responsibility, regardless of legal status, to take care of those who are in our nation, regardless of whether they are legal or not. Simply because they are illegal immigrants does not mean they should be treated poorly or worse just because they got here in a different way than somebody else. While I do believe that illegal immigration is wrong, I do not believe that the mass deportation of the illegal masses is the right course of action. However, I also do not believe that they should be granted the same status as those who have gained entry into this country the legal way. My proposal is that there should be a system put into place in which a time limit is set for those who are illegal immigrants and have been confirmed as such, to perform certain requirements of this system in order to gain the same legal status as regular citizens and those who perform the right illegal actions. Any who do not perform such actions within the given time will be then deported and then given the same chances as anyone else in the world to gain the same legal status or citizenship.
Hi, I'm Zach, Ian's roommate.
What is immigration to you, Zach?
Oh, immigration to me, I mean, this country is based off immigration. People come in here. How can we just, get rid of immigration? It's part of the United States of America. Okay.
Okay, that's interesting. How are you affected by immigration?
Personally, I'm not really affected by immigration in any which way. I'm middle class, white male, so I'm not really affected.
Alright, so how do you see immigration then?
How do I see it? I mean, I think I see immigration as people trying to better themselves by coming to America, making the American dream.
So if you were to say, if an illegal immigrant were mistreated, do you believe that they should have opportunities to get justice for what's happening to them?
If they're being mistreated, I feel like they should be treated fairly. But if they are doing illegal things, they should follow the law and try to become a citizen and be treated as a citizen.
Sometimes illegal immigrants don't want to become citizens because they're scared of things that come out. So do you think it's due to them being scared, or do you think it's them not having or putting the effort in to become a citizen? Because it does take a lot to become a citizen.
It does take a lot. And that's the reason why there are illegal immigrants, because it takes too much, honestly, to become a citizen. There's a huge waiting line, and it takes too long to become a citizen. They might be too scared because they might be deported and have to go through this whole process again.
Yeah.
So I can see why they'd be scared.
I understand. All right, so are you for or against legal immigration? As in, do you believe that the people should be deported due to where they come from? Canada, Mexico, across the oceans?
No, I don't think people should be deported unless they are doing something completely illegal. Like, if they do a crime, then they should be deported.
Like
but other than
robbing or murder,
Yeah.
etc.? Okay.
But if they are pretty much being citizens, they should be rewarded with citizenship.
Okay. All right, thank you, Zach. Appreciate it.
Lewis Helms.
What is immigration to you?
I'll go with like the textbook definition on this one. It's like when someone from a country, let's say like Canada, immigrates, they move to another country like America or something like that. They move from one country to the other for whatever reason.
How are you affected by immigration?
Well, I'll go with like the produce. Like, you know, a lot of people, there's some people that the produce people hire here in America that technically they're illegal immigrants. They get paid less, but a lot of Americans aren't willing to do that job. So, and for minimum wage, it would make it more expensive. So it's like, it works out.
All right, so if those illegal immigrants, for instance, the ones you talk about produce,
Yeah.
what if they were mistreated somehow, like physically, mentally? How would you go? Would you do something about it? Do you think we have responsibility to affect their lives?
I mean, if they're in the country, even if they're illegal, like you still got they're still humans. You gotta do something. But the people responsible for why they're being physically harmed, or whatever it is, you still gotta protect them, kind of, even if they're not, even if they're legal immigrants. So.
All right, so are you for legal immigration? I mean, not technically for, but
Yeah.
are you with, like, do you not, like, want them to, like, get outcasted or deported?
Well, I mean, technically they're legal immigrants. It's like,
They're illegal. Yeah,
technically they're still legal, but
yeah.
I think it comes down to like maybe reforming the legal immigration system,
Yeah.
because it's expensive. It takes a while.
Mhm.
So if you can find a way to make it cheaper or something. So because a lot of these people that can't afford legal immigration, so they come illegally for Mexico or something,
Okay.
and they send their money back. So if you can somehow find a way to make it cheaper and maybe more time efficient, then I think it could work a lot better than it is right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Hey, this is Ian. Immigration to me is where people from somewhere else come to a specific country to find a better life most of the time. And what does it mean if they're being mistreated? I'd say an immigrant being mistreated, they definitely deserve rights. They are human. They are human beings. And I believe if you don't help them out, it doesn't make for a better world. It could make for a better country because they could be doing bad illegal acts, but honestly, we're all people and we all deserve the right to live a good life and a safe life. That's why things like North Korea, everyone condemns. It's just not right. So that's my opinion on immigration. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.